Group KHLA greets you and proudly presents information technologies in the context of development of informational provider Thomson Reuters. Let me introduce the group members. Kuchevik Kirill, our fine captain. He Chuan, our perfect idea producer. Lilan Tuan, our great animation creator. Atinuke Abodunde, our presentation voice member, as she will introduce you to the story about Thomson Reuters in the look of little animation picture that you can see in the lower right angle. Our presentation will carefully discuss this point. Company profile, history of innovation, the current information system, and towards the future. As the world's leading news and information company, Thomson Reuters reaches more than 1 billion people worldwide with Reuters news coverage and provide valuable up-to-the-minute news and insight to all the professionals it serves. Thomson Reuters combines industry expertise with innovative technology to deliver critical information to leading decision makers in the financial and risk, legal, tax and accounting, intellectual property and science, and media markets, powered by the world's most trusted news organization. With headquarters in New York and major operations in London and Eagan, Minnesota, Thomson Reuters operates in over 100 countries with 19 languages, including Germany, United Kingdom, Russia, China, and of course the USA. Thomson Reuters employs approximately 60,000 people. It is one of the largest news agencies in the world along with AP, Agence France Presse, and UPI. Thomson Reuters supplies images, video, and text to a number of news outlets around the world. Their clients include newspapers, television stations, radio stations, corporations, and bloggers. Thomson Reuters shares are listed on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges. As the founder of Thomson Reuters, Paul Julius Reuters created one of the world's first international news services. As a young man, Reuters developed a keen interest in telegraphy and began to consider how to use the new technology to improve communications throughout the world. This character leads the company towards the way of constant innovation. In 1850, Reuters founded the Reuters News Agency in Germany and started a carrier pigeon service to transmit news and stock prices. Pigeons were much faster than the post train, giving Reuters faster access to stock news from the Paris Stock Exchange. He established a telegraph office in London on October 10, 1851. From this location, it transmitted stock market quotations between London and Paris using the new Calais-Dover telegraph cable. Then, Reuters opened the first news agency office outside of Europe in Alexandria, Egypt. With these services rapidly expanding throughout Europe, Reuters laid his own telegraph cable across the North Sea to reach Germany and France.
For 150 years, Thomson Reuters has driven innovation across the world's financial markets. It began by using pigeons to bridge a gap between exchanges. As time moved on and our customers' need for speed and clarity grew, Thomson Reuters led the way with innovative new technologies, which brought markets and their participants close together. Today, Thomson Reuters Electron enables the enterprises in the world of change. It powers Thomson Reuters Icon, the world's most open and intuitive application for viewing and analyzing markets. Together, they create a world of possibilities for making faster, smarter decisions, so you can see and seize opportunities again and again.
In fact, during his lifetime, Reuters had several spheres of business, and in all of it brought different kinds of innovations. In 1851, Paul Julius Reuter, a German-born immigrant, arrives in London from Aachen, where he has been running a news and stock price information service, using a combination of technology, including telegraph cables and a fleet of carrier pigeons that grows to exceed 200. This helps Reuters establish an enviable reputation for speed, accuracy, integrity, and impartiality. Reuters opens an office at 1 Royal Exchange Building in London's Financial Centre and located close to the main telegraph offices. He transmits stock market quotations and news between London and Paris over the new Dover-Calais submarine telegraph cable, using his telegraph expertise. In 1865, after 12 days crossing the Atlantic, a Reuters report of the assassination of President Lincoln reaches London first, throwing Europeans' financial market into turmoil. Reuters intercepted the mail boats of Ireland and telegraphed the news to London. In 1923, Reuters develops the use of radio to transmit news internationally and start a service of price quotations and exchange rates sent to Morse code by long-wave radio to Europe. After a few years, this grew into Reuters' chief commercial service in Europe and later using more powerful radio transmitters in the rest of the world. Reuters acquired its first newspaper in Canada in 1934, which is called the Thames Press, Ontario. In 1941, Reuters restructures itself so that it is owned by the British National and Provincial Press, together in 1947, in with the Press Association of Australia and New Zealand too. The Reuters Trust principles were put in place to safeguard its independence. The principles govern how the company conducts business, committing Reuters to independence, integrity, and freedom from bias into the gathering of dissemination of news and information. Successful bid for commercial television franchise for Central Scotland, named Scottish Television, was made in 1957. In 1970, Video Master introduced, which was a screen display of stock and commodity prices. Also in 1971, a year after, in New York, Reuters started its first video editing system. Journalists use VDUs instead of typewriters to write and transmit news. 2 years after, Reuters Monitor Money Rate Service launched as electronic marketplace for foreign exchange, a major world innovation. Major Western industrialized countries abandoned fixed exchange rates. Then in 1981, Reuters Monitor Dealing Service goes live. Foreign currency dealers are able to conclude trades over video transmitters, again a world first. In 1999, Reuters completes its zero currency conversion program, involving 4 billion changes affecting 250,000 financial instruments. Some 700 engineers, developers, data specialists, and customer service staff worked 300 man-years on the project and cost £10 million. Reuters and Dow Jones announced agreements to combine their interactive business services for the corporate and professional market in a joint venture called Factiva. Then in 2000, announced an investment of £500 million to improve its network process. In 2002, Thomson Reuters announces $300 million plus of dollars 5-year deal with Merrill Lynch to develop and implement a new financial workstation to support Merrill Lynch financial advisors. Most significant information solutions deal of its kind in the financial services industry. Thomson began trading in New York Stock Exchange under the symbol TOC. Reuters launches Reuters Messaging, a reliable, high-security, high-speed instant messaging service developed specifically for the global financial services industry. Developed by Reuters and Microsoft and more than 30 financial institutions, the service allows financial professionals to communicate instantly with their colleagues and customers. Then in 2005, Reuters take major steps into next-generation trading with the launch of partnership with the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, CME, linking sell-side traders in the interbank forex market to the Chicago Mercantile Exchange forex market. 2. Reuters trading for fixed income. And the third step they took was the Reuters trading for foreign exchange. In 2006, Reuters launches 2 products that allows its news outputs to be read by machines for the purpose of automated trading for the first time. In 2010, Thomson Reuters launches 2 new products serving the financial markets. Icon, a destination for global information, technologies, and market access, and Electron, an open, interactive, high-speed trading and data infrastructure. Thomson Reuters launches the OneSource Global Tax Workstation, a true one-stop workflow solution for multinational corporations and large accounting firms. Reuters' current information system. First, gathering of and editing of information. Thomson Reuters employs over 3,000 journalists, which is more than the New York Times and the Washington Post combined. The worldwide footprint of its news and people made the name of the company quick and accurate. This facilitates the information gathering process of Reuters. Reuters recently updated its computer system, which supports its information editing to the top rank of the world, combining with its own developed software. Both facilities has its ability of first-time reporting. Regarding the distribution of information, Reuters has the subscriber at the heart of its business. Its news content feeds into its financial and other subscription products, which are sold to traders, law firms, and other professionals anywhere from $12,000 to $20,400 per year. All of its editorial content distributed to clients first. Thomson Reuters is a source for content, analytics, trading, and collaboration source to perform job anywhere, anytime. Thomson Reuters Icon Content Explorer is an intuitive browser-like interface with a range of pre-built display designed to find data and tools needed to stay ahead of the competition. Real-time and historical price data can be viewed and analyzed, including broker research, fundamental data, and up-to-the-minute news by market, region, or instrument. The Flex environment provides all the tools to enable you monitor the market in real time. The powerful search engine enables you to search the information you need whenever you need it. Thomson Reuters has its version of Icon Market Data Desktop with an enhanced search, improved navigation, social media monitoring, integration with Excel, and a briefcase features so user can sync with an iPad and take information to study on the train ride home. Each effort has gone into making Icon intuitive for financial professionals. So some capabilities can use to take an hour can be done in icon in 6 seconds. As a result, traders can explore many ideas very quickly by drawing on and meshing up analytics, content, and data in many ways. The tabs and routers messaging are used to collaborate with peers and clients to share information. The Thomson Reuters Icon mobile solution accesses real-time data, news, chats, and alerts. Thomson Reuters Icon Excel is an add to Excel, allowing one to incorporate a rich content that Thomson Reuters offers into your own spreadsheet. If you have a question, Thomson Reuters Icon Comprehensive Online Help will seamlessly access to customer support tools and a variety of training options. Icon Search can rip through a massive amount of textual information. You can also search the profiles of other Thomson Reuters Icon users and find a network of professionals who share your asset class focus. Thomson Reuters Icons covers all the major financial markets: equity, fixed income, commodities, and foreign exchange, and provides effective compliance and risk management, investment management, and wealth management solutions. The content analytic package includes pricing data, financial research, global financial news and commentary, financial estimates, fundamental analysis, and visual analysis through chatting. In order to corner the talent market, Reuters offers generous salaries to top-class journalists. This is because the companies like Reuters and Bloomberg have something no other than player in the news business, like subscription, only financial data and services that pull in billions of dollars. Compare that to a calamitous newspaper industry, where some 13,400, about 1/4 of newsroom jobs, are lost between 2006 and 2010. As that carnage continues, customers remain steadfast in their refusal to pay for news online, and news outfits are left scrambling to figure out a profitable future. Meanwhile, Reuters, with the vast majority of its journalism paid for by non-advertising revenue, are already there. With the company's global footprint and vast distribution system, it has achieved an enviable model. While print brands still struggle to adapt their content to digital platforms, Reuters are churning out articles and sharing editorial costs across multiple outlets, from web to TV to print. This is the newsroom of the future, which television, print, and digital are really connected, says Larry Kramer, founder of CBS MarketWatch. Each one may have to be profitable, but they will all contribute. Despite Thomson Reuters being the first and world's leading news agency, Thomson Reuters has its own challenges. After 2008 merging, the company's first subscription product, Icon, was considered a disappointment. And in December, Reuters was losing market share to Bloomberg. As for Reuters, it still must figure out how to combine its legacy businesses and differentiate its new products. First, Reuters must keep innovative to meet clients' expectations. Secondly, it has to differentiate its product to compete with rivals. Also, Thomson Reuters should expand its market, especially in developing countries. And lastly, it must keep attracting talents all over the world, just like Bloomberg. Thank you for listening.